Hello, I'm Montana Arden, and this is a showreel of my work as a postgrad broadcasting student at Edith Cowan University in 2013. And I'm Montana Arden. Also tonight, the new airline offering the cheapest ever flights to Asia. The nation's fixation with fast food is threatening our lives. Shock figures have confirmed that 4 out of 10 Australians are dangerously overweight. Shanae Maripodi has more. For the second time in just a few days, a whale carcass has washed up on Perth's northern beaches. The whale calf washed up at Hillary's Marina this morning and was spotted by a member of the public. The Department of Fisheries has issued a warning urging water users to be cautious as sharks could be attracted to the area. Another carcass was discovered near Whitfords on Saturday. And to finance, it's been a steady day for the Australian markets, with the ASX 200 rising almost 4 points to 5,262. It was calm waters for the All Ords too, gaining just 0.1%. The price of gold rose nearly 8 points to $1,347 an ounce. West Australia product Jaeger O'Meara has won this year's AFL NAB Rising Star Award. The midfielder has been a shining light for the Gold Coast Suns this season. Play of the day, and this one comes from the one-day international cricket over in Edinburgh. Aussie batsmen Shaun Marsh and Aaron Finch showed Australia may not miss David Warner in the one-day series against England. Looking around the nation for tomorrow, scattered clouds across all the major capital cities. A top of 33 degrees in Darwin, 25 in Brisbane, 26 in Sydney, 22 in Melbourne, 18 in Adelaide and Hobart. Warming up tomorrow and for the weekend, but unfortunately that rain will be back on Monday. That's all from me, back to you. Pay up before we clamp down. That's the government's message to people who won't pay their fines. Some owe tens of thousands of dollars.
I've been surprised, yes, and very disappointed also. And some of the case studies that have been brought to my attention are particularly disappointing. One person who seems to ride public transport and just accumulate alleged infringements for failing to pay this person's fare in the tens of thousands of dollars.
The website includes the names, suburbs and money owed by the top offenders. Failing to pay traffic offences, parking fines, transport fines and court fees will land you on the list. I'm standing outside Daleside Holdings, which is included in the top offenders list. The company owes almost $50,000 in fines, costing WA taxpayers. Labor are backing the website, but say they will be closely monitoring its success.
Something like 639 of the worst offenders who would have been eligible to go on this website have paid close to $900,000.
Montana Arden, ECU News. This is the beautiful Cottesloe beachfront. Panoramic ocean views, Norfolk pines and well-established businesses that have been here for decades. But behind the attractive exterior of this famous stretch of coastline, there is a bitter feud. In September, after a long fight, the Cottesloe Council conceded they couldn't beat the state government's plans for high-rise on the beachfront. That means buildings of up to 8 storeys can now be developed.
At the moment, the predominant features of Cottesloe Beach are the pine trees, the beautiful bay and the beach. Instead, that'll be replaced by concrete and it'll look more like St George's Terrace than Cottesloe.
Prominent Perth lawyer and Keep Cottesloe spokesman John Hammond disagrees with the government's plans. But Premier of Western Australia and member for Cottesloe Colin Barnett believes the proposed development will not ruin the beachfront, just make it better.
I think I'm representing the people of a wider Cottesloe, certainly in my electorate, which goes well beyond the beach, but I think also all Western Australians who like to use the beach, and Cottesloe is one of the most popular beaches along the metropolitan area. I think the issue with Cottesloe is that the beach is fabulous. It's one of the most famous beaches in Australia and has got an international reputation. However, if you look at Marine Parade and look out to the ocean, that is beautiful. Turn around and look at the buildings and they are really pretty daggy. They are old, they are not functional, they're unattractive.
I don't think Mr Barnett does represent the voters that elect him. I think under our party political system, he represents the people that pay his election bills.
Some people have been very aggressive. I think that's not necessary. I understand and respect their point of view, but my judgment is that the broader majority of people want to see Cottesloe as a more attractive, functional place for them to use and for their family and friends.
And there is no love lost between Kevin Morgan and the Premier. Mr Morgan was the Mayor of Cottesloe until October, but was so upset with the government's decision he has since stood down. It's not just about politics and men in suits, it's about a neighbourhood and a culture too.
I think it would be an absolute disgrace. Desecrate the whole place because it's beautiful.
I'm all for the development along the coastline. I think it will diversify the land opportunities for people to buy into the area.
Often we oppose change because we're fearful of what it's going to be like, and I think if it's done tastefully, it could be very nice.
The Ocean Beach Hotel is one of two businesses that will benefit, along with the Il Lido restaurant site. The hotel has been given the green light for 8 stories.
Got the minister before, the current minister set a precedent, but then there's a change of government. This minister has taken on the same role and wants to be very proactive and get the beachfronts going so that it's a tourist resort for all Western Australians.
But not if the Keep Cod Low Group have their way. They're determined to stop it at all costs.
We've taken up to 12,000 signatures, I think, at one point. So it was quite a mammoth petition which was eventually presented in the Parliament. I definitely don't think the fight's over. It's not over until they say in football, until the fat lady sings. The fat lady hasn't sung yet because there's no high rise on Cottesloe Beach, and most people in Cottesloe do not want it, full stop.